Hello, this is SimplyValorant, and I am Nazzaris, and we're going to be going over Sova's video. Sova is a character I have a lot of interest in personally, because Sova has some of the most advanced team play options of all characters, and it should be an interesting thing to see how he turns out in the meta. So right in the beginning here, we're all going to see him use his drone. Okay, he gets 1 drone usage per round. It is something that he does need to buy. So we clearly see that the drone does move in all directions. So, you know, X, Y, Z, any direction it wants. This drone can be shot out of the air, and it can be exited at any time, but it can't be re-entered if it's exited. If it shoots someone with the firebolt, they will get a little box around them, which we will see in a little bit here. It turns, okay, he will get a little box around him. You see it briefly. Oh, maybe you didn't see that. Maybe you did, but there's a box. She will shoot it, and she will kill her friend. Jet will die here. So he'll peek this. 1 shot, 1 kill, like Tom Berenger. So let's talk about his positioning on a team. So the second, you can be second, third, or fourth or fifth. Okay. Depends on what you want to do with him. And the reason you can be a second is because if the entry fragger knows where the enemy is, it's a lot easier to kill them. Or if you don't see them, it's a lot easier to, like with his arrows and stuff like that, it's a lot easier to figure out where they actually are. So that's his potential as a second. His potential as a third is his ability to clutch out rounds using his arrows and basically, you know, cheese smokes, cheese viper. Other things like that are all options for Sova and his arrows, since his arrows do go through anything, including smoke walls, etc. So this is definitely an option. He does have a lot of chances on fourth, because fourth tends to be the opping position. This again gives him a lot of opportunities for wall banging. We're going to see some nutty wall bangs here, but wall banging is going to be a big thing. The wall banging in this game is more like CS 1.6 opposed to CSGO. Or a little bit more towards like R6 level of wall banging, except a little bit more intensive. So fourth is definitely an option if you want to try to use his arrows and stuff to get quick op shots on different places. And with the lowered movement speed, making it more easy to get traded as the opper, this is definitely a really viable option for a opping character within Valorant currently. You can also play him as a fifth. As it turns out, if you can see where people are on the map, it's a lot easier to stop them from rotating, and you can put a lot of pressure on the enemy team by using his abilities. However, I would suspect that you're probably going to see him as a second or a fourth the most often, but we shall see as the meta kind of evolves over time. So here we definitely see that this gun right here, the op, basically, it's the op variant, will do a 1 shot, 1 kill. So here it takes about 1 second, it takes about 0.5 seconds and 1 second to fully charge his arrow. He does move slower, but he can move while he's charging his arrow. His arrow also arcs, so due to the fact that we've been told that there is no skybox in this game, you can shoot this over any wall or angle, and then eventually, if you know all the angles, you can land this wherever you want, which is a big deal, especially since it sticks in any surface that you shoot it at. So you could theoretically make someone look at a really unadvantageous area to shoot it so they don't get scanned by the arrow. So you see when the arrow hits the ground, it takes about 1 second for it to pulse. This pulse will light someone up until the next pulse, and there are a couple of ways to break it. So if you are not in LOS, okay, now keep in mind this LOS is only separated by walls. Okay, this is unknown whether or not this includes Sage's wall, but physical like actual walls like this box, theoretically, if you would have dropped it like right here, it would have missed her, so she wouldn't have been scanned. So it can be broken via LOS. Another way to break it is if you shoot it. Okay, so it can be shot. Now you can shoot this in air or wherever. Some opportunities with this is when you're prepping your entry fragger, you can shoot it like on a wall, like right here, so it extends out, and then your entry fragger peeks around the corner, and then they're already looking at a really weird angle so that you can easily get the kill. it is certainly an option, but it is going to take a significant amount of coordination. Even the information that you get if you don't scan anyone is, again, very impactful. Let's talk about some of his other abilities. So his other ability takes 7 orbs to use. Basically what it does is you can look at people through walls and you can shoot them, and it does a ton of damage, and it basically goes down as a beam, and it will hit anything that comes in contact with it, and it will mark them, sort of like this, or sort of like his drone. This takes 7 orbs. How you get orbs, you can collect them off the ground. They randomly spawn, takes 3 seconds to pick them up, kills, and then objectives like planting the bomb, defusing the bomb, etc. His other ability and his final ability that we're going to talk about is his shock arrow. We're not going to see his shock arrow in this video, but if you look at the round, you will see a shock arrow. Basically, it is an arrow that fires much like his recon arrow, which will refresh every 35 seconds. It will hit anything, and then when it hits something, it will create a static charge on the ground of that area, and basically be a Molotov, and yes, it can be shot off of walls and things of that nature. So here we see an example of a full-on 1.6 wall bang, and the fact that the op can just bang people straight through walls, and that is something definitely to note when you're playing against a team with full operas and with Sova. I hope you enjoyed. This has been Simply Valorant. Deep dive of Sova's gameplay teaser. Thank you so much for watching.